Alrighty, everybody. Welcome to session 1 of Lost Ruins Tuesday group. We open up on the outskirts of Ensbury as you see two individuals walking through the marshland along one of the trails up towards Wallowdale. Thalia and Teclin, would you like to describe your characters to the party?
Sure. So Teclin is small. Let's see, did I actually put it in here? Yeah, I mean he's only about 5'4". Kind of light and kind of malnourished looking. Like any of his individual features are should be attractive, but there's an unsettling kind of quality to the way it's all put together that is just not. And he is just constantly a little twitchy and hyper aware. He's wearing smoked glass lenses and otherwise just kind of traveling clothes. Yeah, I think dark hair, long, disheveled. Clothes are ratty and beat up. That's about what I got so far.
Thalia.
My character, female, of course. White, silver hair. Has like a dignified aura around her, but very friendly, I suppose it can come off as. Has the basic assuming medium armor at the moment. Height, I am not quite there. I'll just say 6 foot. That's what I think. I don't know.
No, so you're an elf. 6 foot would be about right.
Oh, okay, cool. That's all I know or got.
So the two of you have been tasked by the rulers of your city to head out into the world and help secure the interests of your respective parties. It's not an uncommon request, but it's an uncommon request for the both of you to be doing so. And maybe puts you feel a little uneasy about it. Making your way to Solaris to join the Legion to gather intel on the fight against the orcs. How do your characters feel about that?
I mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
Teclid, I don't know what necessarily is going on. I've been told we're going to a place to, join up and fight. Without any knowledge, as far as I know, this is what we've been told to do. It is absolutely the right thing to be doing right now. But I am absolutely terrified by all this newness and weirdness.
How does Thalia feel about all of this?
Well, considering that's been basically just kind of living in one spot my entire life, just it's definitely new. I mean, sure, having the option of exploring is kind of exciting because new things sometimes are better than the old things of redundancy, but going to just out of nowhere just is kind of there's a bigger goal than not knowing what the actual bigger goal is. So a bit of uncertainty.
Did you say you maybe feel a little excited?
Yes, definitely with the exploration and whatnot. That part is more exciting to see new things, and possibly meet new people.
Okay. How do you feel about being saddled with this companion, with Teclin? You've kind of been put in charge of being his minder, for lack of a better term, and to keeping an eye on him and making sure that he does the right thing.
Mm, if I'm really the right person for the task, so the uncertainty of am I the correct person? What is even though they are just questioning basically everything, like is this really the right thing or what exactly is the end goal? How we able to I don't know, a bit of confusion, but uncertainty with how all things will go and how we will interact well or not.
Okay. So, you guys are out along your journey. You know, takes you roughly a full week's travel to get from Ensmarie to Solaris following the main road. You guys have some difficult nights. You manage to make your way unmolested to Solaris, although you do see some strange things along the way and hear strange noises, but you feel safe. And you make it to Solaris, weary from your travels, and arrive and see the grand city fortress of the dwarves. Meanwhile, in the outskirts of Solaris, you see this dwarf running free in the hillside, running towards the gates of Solaris. Grisemi, want to describe your character?
Yep. So Gersamy is a fairly short dwarf, I think about 4.5 feet tall. She's lightly built for a dwarf. She's not quite as bulky and muscular as your typical dwarf. But she's kind of scrappy looking, kind of rugged looking. She's got dark brown, curly hair, wears it in some of the traditional dwarven braids with beads and shells and other little things she's woven into it. She wears kind of simple traveler's clothes, but they're generally neat, tidy, and clean, some patching and some stitching on them. She's got a belt with kind of several pouches on it for her components, spellbook, and some other items. Her daggers are also tucked in there, as well as her sling. She's got bright green eyes and tanned and freckled from spending a lot of time outdoors.
And as you are running into the gates of Solaris, you actually brush past Dahlia and Teclin without even paying them any mind. And up on the ramparts watching the new arrivals is a figure that familiar within Solaris, but if Teclin or Thalia look up, they swore they saw a dragon. Sinwig, you want to describe your character, please?
Yeah, so Sinwig's a very tall, like even to the likes of both of you standing at about 6'5". Has bronze scales covering his body, and a few of those scales go back almost as if it's like hair, but obviously not. He's very move he makes and every way he just stands, sits, whatever is just very formal. Even like everything about him is just tidy, neat. The weird thing though is as you look, he looks as though he wears armor on him, but it blows very loosely in the wind, as if it's almost just clothing that he's got made to take on the appearance of his armor. And you also notice him with a bow slung over his back, as well as some arrows, and a sheath holding a sword.
Okay, so everyone is making their way into this grand city. If you pop over quick on the Discord, I will quickly share what the city looks like, because it'll be easier to do it that way. That is Solaris.
And is that island in the distance kind of that island you have in the map too?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So it's that close.
Yep.
Very
I
pretty.
mean, yes and no. The picture is kind of deceiving.
True.
Really, like the island is actually like 30 some miles away.
Like on a clear day, though, you could see
Yeah.
it. So okay.
Yeah, but it does stand. But it does stand tall like that.
Okay.
So, but that is the grand city, the grand dwarven fortress stronghold of Solaris. As you begin, everyone's making their way in. Today is selection day, where everyone who's joining the Legion, they get selected into their squads, and training will begin. So, Teclin and Thalia, you make your way in, and it's very clearly marked in a multitude of different languages where to go, because not only dwarves join the Legion, but everyone else also joins allegiance. Obviously, dwarves take a special pride in their military history. So as you make your way to check in through the lines, and you as well, Cendric, as you make your way down, even though being a native of Solaris, you still have to go through the selection process. Does everybody roll me a perception check?
anything to do with hearing, listening?
Sure. A little bit of sight, a
I
little bit of hearing, a little bit of just more of a generalized.
I have a skill specialty in listening, is why I asked, would that apply?
Not a problem.
Okay.
Yes. Nathan already knew to do it. I need everybody to set their default roll to blind GM roll. Or if you don't want to set it to the default that way, make sure that when you click your rolls, you click blind GM roll. That way you don't see the results of your checks.
Is
If
that
you do-
under the dice settings?
Yeah, you know it's under literally on the left side, on the right side of the screen. It says public
On
roll.
chat.
You can make it say
By the D20.
Oh, yep. Haha.
Just as a heads up, if you do set it there, change it back to public if we go into combat. Otherwise, you won't see your rolls.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it was a D what?
no. You need to roll a perception off your character sheet
Right.
under skills. So on it, you have a little house button, and then you have the little cap. It says skills. On your character sheet.
I'm trying, I swear.
You see the little blue bar in the middle of your character sheet? It's got all little icons on it.
Trying to get it open, but it's not wanting to open for me.
You gotta either click on your character portrait, or I believe Nathan, isn't it C?
Sorry, where were we?
Ah, yes.
Yeah, C. Yeah.
Yep.
See.
And then it's the little cap from like a graduation cap, and then you'd click right on where it says perception. There you go. Okay. Alright, well, so you guys are walking through, and Grisemi, you notice that there is quite a build-up. There's more people than normal, especially with you being from this area. You would recognize that, and Techlin, you get the same feeling, but you don't know why. You get the same, like there seems to be a lot of people here.
I mean, I was already feeling that. It's way too many people.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people.
I'm
So as-
reporting for duty.
So as you guys were all running in and getting in line in the queue for selection day, you see another character like kind of running up to where Grisemi is. Heinrich, go ahead and describe your character.
So Heinrich is a fairly young dwarf, especially as far as dwarves go. Pretty grizzled, has a fair amount of like scarring around his face, more than he should for his age. But these aren't necessarily like hardened battle scars. You can tell this is just him being very impulsive and frankly dumb.
Oh, no.
probably trying to get into way more trouble than he should. He carries himself and walks as if he is a seasoned Goliath. More so, you can probably tell. It's more so from ignorance. However, he does have sort of a sense of, like, somewhat seasoned about him. And he carries with him a great axe that is far older than he is and far more impressive than he is. Sean, is Heinrich late to something currently?
No, you're arriving right on time for selection process for everyone.
Okay.
Everyone that's joining the Legion. So, can you please give me a blind GM roll perception check?
Yes. All of my stuff is not here. I should have set this up.
It's all set up. Skills are always on their own page.
Come on, let me roll it. You said blind GM?
Yep. Just another day for you.
The best way I can describe Heinrich's character is he's the kind of guy that walks into college wearing his high school football letterman's jacket.
Don't jump.
Has no idea what the world truly has in store for him.
Confidently naive.
Yes. Why is the music getting so loud?
You have to go onto the music tab, turn your playlist to like 10%.
I did. I had it down to 5, and then I just was like, "Oh, I'm gonna feel like I'm at 100."
Music's too loud. You're too old, man.
No, it's
Amen.
bouncing back up again. Oh, it's the playlist that I need to fix.
Yeah, that's the one. You just if you turn your overall playlist to like 10%, I find that to be about perfect.
Yeah. Nope. I was turning the actual song, and then it was switching back up to the playlist. Okay, I'm good now.
So you guys begin, and you see people getting cordoned off into these separate groups. And, you over there. You over there. And you guys come up. This guy's checking the list. He goes, 3 locals and 2 strangers. And he kind of looks at Grisemi and the special case. All right, 5 of you over there. I said the 5 of you over there. Report to Braun Ironfist now, recruits.
I immediately start going where he is indicated.
I kind of mumble a yes, sir, and then start walking.
I just nod and follow Declan.
So if you look underneath your journal tab, you will now have a Braun Iron Fist. This is what he looks like.
Very typical dwarf.
Yep.
Those are some pointy fucking ears for a dwarf.
So there's like a 2 brawn to 1 brand conversion rate.
Yep. So you guys make your way to the training ground.
Mine's still saying game paused.
Yep, that's because the game is
Okay.
paused.
Okay, so I wasn't sure if I was supposed to see the training ground yet. So
Yep, no, I move it over. You just can't do anything.
It's all black to me so far.
Same.
Hit refresh.
refreshing.
What is making me lag right now?
Everything.
Computer, what do?
I do not own a token with visibility, even though I can see my
hold
square
on.
and double click on it. Oh, is it dark? Because
Hold
yeah,
on. No, it is not. For some reason your token did not have vision enabled.
I think that might be for all of us on the
I've
same.
got the same problem.
Yeah. Let me fix
vision
it.
enabled. I enabled Envision. I got it. If you right click on your token, there's a gear icon that shows you stuff, and if you have special vision modes, I think that's where you have to put it in.
Yeah, but I gotta fix all your prototype tokens too.
Oh,
That's gonna happen with
we
every
go.
token. Yep, that's gonna happen with every token I drag onto every screen, and I don't want to deal with it.
thanks, Nathan. That worked.
Yeah.
Who is each character's name again?
Nathan is Teclin.
Okay.
Even
Oh
Sinwig.
crap!
Okay.
I'm Thalia. I'm Sadie.
You do have to click update token, or it goes away when you close.
So then Erica, Steven, and I know each other, correct?
Yes.
I know Eric and I do, but okay.
I think the idea was like we also grew up with Sinwig. Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sinwig, you're the other outcast.
I don't know if
More
Sinwig's
or
really,
less.
Sinwig's not really an outcast. Sinwig is, as far as you know,
Visually, yes.
the only one of his kind, as far as everyone knows.
Oh, yep, that's what it was.
There. Can
You
everybody
guys ever
see
get home
now?
from a busy day? Yes.
I can
Anyone
see
ever get
it
home from a
now.
busy day of work and take off your shoes and can't tell, is it my feet that stink or did my dog pee somewhere?
Yes.
Yes. I just got new boots because I had just broken down the soles of my previous ones, and like walking through even damp grass, it would just suck water up through the soles into my socks. And oh my god, it smelled so bad.
Thank
Thank
you for
God.
reminding me, Nathan. I need to buy a new pair of shoes now. They got tax returns.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so up. I don't have a token for your drill instructor at the moment. But up on the ramparts above you, he looks down at you and. So, this is the lot that I've been given. So be it. Kind of looks over at Sinwig. Sinwig, good of you to decide to join the legions. So you're always hoping.
Of
Heinrich.
course. It's
And Heinrich, you think you'll be able to keep your temper under control long enough to learn a thing or two?
Heinrich just gives a deep snort, hacks a loogie, and gives him a grin.
Gersemi. Well, we'll see.
Is it Gersemi?
Gersemi, I think. Like, so.
Gersemi. Okay.
Gersemi, yeah.
And the two of you in the back there.
Looks over.
Grimaces.
What brings you to my legion?
I was told I was needed here.
I am following.
Well, I know the three up front and what they can do. What can you two do?
I look up over at Talia. I say a little magic.
I'm a healer.
Healer. Few enough of those around. Heinrich. Go and attack.
Yeah?
Go and attack that dummy.
Hey, Sean, how do I target?
There's nothing to target right now.
Yeah, you won't be able to target it.
Oh. What would you like me to do?
Roll an attack roll.
Oh, okay. Why roll 2?
Because it rolls your damage dice at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So you walk up.
Jesus.
You walk up to this to this dummy that's just there, and it's just this glancing blow, and you hear Braun just. Heinrich, grab that dummy, bring him to the middle of the stage.
Don't be staring at me. You told me not to get angry. Is it grab on?
No, there's nothing to actually move. It's part of the map, dude.
Oh, okay. I don't know, man.
Use the power of imagination.
So you drag him to there. Okay, Sinwig. Stand opposite of the dummy from Heinrich.
You lose him.
Sinwig!
Yes?
Stand opposite the dummy from Heinrich. No, like this dummy.
Oh,
Little red square.
yeah, sorry, I disconnected for some reason.
Now, Heinrich, what you do here is you have now flanked your enemy. Now, attack him with an expertise die. So now when you click on your attack roll, you're going to see a chat box pop up that says expertise. You would now have a D4.
I'm just chuckling to myself because I know my rolls. It's gonna be a 10.
Same,
Did I
good
call
damage.
that or what?
Yeah, same full damage though. I mean, 12. I mean, you're rolling 9s on the damage dice, so. And But you see, it makes it a little easier to attack. Now, in this situation, Sinwig, I want you to press the attack. So you are both flanking and pressing the attack. You'd gain a d6 expertise die on your attack. But the caveat to that is your enemy can choose to fall back, which you can then step in and follow. You will no longer gain your expertise die, and unfortunately, attacks against you are still made at advantage for the following round. It's a risk-reward scenario.
So if you pursue a fallback, that's basically
If you
like
press
a
the attack,
reckless
if you press the attack, attacks against you are made with advantage until your next turn.
Okay, so like the same mechanic as reckless.
Yep, but in this case,
Essentially.
so Sinwig, I want you to make an attack roll with the d6 expertise die.
Mhm.
Boom. See,
John, you're very good at running the tutorial.
it allows you to risk possibly getting hit yourself to add a finishing blow to someone else. Also, if you look at your character sheets under the Maneuvers tab, which is the fist, there are other maneuvers that you can do. And they do still deal damage. They deal basic damage. I don't think that's anything for Sinwig with 8 strength, but for Heinrich, I believe it would be the ability to
I've got a handful: grapple, grab on, disarm, knock down.
yeah, those are all the basic ones. Like I said, you'll get maneuvers
Yep.
At 2nd level in your class.
Now, by basic damage, do you mean the weapon damage, or is it like unarmed?
No,
plus your modifier?
there is a basic damage
Okay.
for combat maneuvers. So basic melee damage equals 1 plus your strength modifier.
Oh,
Minimum of 1? Or is
It doesn't say minimum of 1, but I'm gonna say minimum of 1. So I'm not gonna say that your strength would be like, and you heal him, you know. Basic melee damage is bludgeoning damage, unless I have other stuff that can, I can choose it to be piercing or slashing at my discretion.
So if you have a negative strength modifier and you try to grapple him, it's not going to be. You give him the warmest, embracing hug.
So
That
here's the
reminds him of
thing:
his mother.
you cannot use a basic maneuver to activate any features that deal additional damage, such as sneak attack or divine smite, unless the feature itself specifically states otherwise.
Sure.
You can choose to disarm. A target must be within your reach and be holding an item. The target will make a strength or dexterity saving throw against your maneuver DC. On a failure, you deal basic melee damage and the target drops the item in its space. It has advantage if the target is larger than you or holding the item with 2 or more hands, and a target smaller than you has disadvantage. So, like I said, you can shove. You can do all sorts of stuff. So shove. You can shove, maneuver to push a creature away. The target must be within your reach and be no more than 1 size category larger than you. The target makes a strength saving throw against your maneuver DC. On a failure, you deal basic melee damage and push the target a number of feet away from you equal to 5 plus 5 for every 5 points it failed its saving throw by. You can move the creature in any direction away from you, to the side, forward, or diagonally away. Not up, like some of the D&D shorts crap that people are trying to pull. A creature that is shoved off a precipice is propelled off whatever it's standing on. It does not receive any saving throw or ability check to grab onto something to avoid falling down below. Keep that in mind. There's no, I shove you off a cliff, you get to make a save. No, you get shoved off a cliff.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more balanced in this system versus take Nathan's Barbarian, who like never rolls less than like a 22 on a strength check, like ever. There's no opposed strength checks. You guys all have a maneuver DC. And I believe right now that is 13 for Senwig, Kursemi, and Heinrich, and 12 for Teclin and Thalia. So those are just the flat, you know, it gains proficiency with you. So that will go up as you level. But it keeps it on more of a level playing field, that some of the creatures you're fighting are going to have a chance to succeed against you based off of that. But at the same time, when they make a maneuver against you, their DCs are roughly the same, so you still have a good chance to succeed as well.
Sure.
So like I said, flanking makes a difference. I think he would look out and see Thalia is carrying a longbow. And are you any good with that?
You think so?
Yeah, you think Thalia thinks she's pretty good with it?
Yeah.
So, yeah. He would say, go ahead and take a shot. Like, step over to the archery range over here. Yep.
There we go.
And then make a shot at one of the targets. You just click your longbow and make a roll.
Okay. Longbow. Come on, work with me.
So on your core page, it should be on there. If you click the little icon, that's how it would roll. If you hover over the icon on it, it'll turn to a dice.
Oh, and that's the which die?
No, you just roll. You just click longbow,
Yeah, I did.
and
I clicked on the longbow.
then click roll.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Roll.
Boom. So yeah, I'll go ahead and pop that out. So boom, you thunk an arrow right in the middle. You know, maybe not quite a bullseye, but a good solid.
Middle.
Yep, good solid hit. You know, outer ring of the middle.
Mhm.
We'll call it. And he says, now go climb up on this rampart over here. And now you are elevated roughly 15 feet up over everybody. And because you have an elevation advantage, you would now get to add an expertise die onto your attack roll. So now click that same attack and then add a D4 expertise.
Oh, okay.
Is there an elevation limit for when you get an expertise die, or is it just
There is. I gotta figure out where I wrote that down.
Also, would it apply to ranged spell attacks and ranged melee attacks? Or melee.
Ranged attacks. So melee is built into the system. If you are 5 feet over, you get an expertise die.
Okay.
Oh, the high ground references we will have this campaign.
Yep.
Still have the blind GM roll, right?
No, you can attack rolls you can roll in the open.
Yeah.
If you don't shout "It's over, mannequin," I have the high ground.
Not that comfortable. So
I believe I said I had discussed for ranged attacks it is 10 feet or more.
Okay.
Higher. Yeah, you just click your longbow attack, then add the expertise die to it, and click roll. Boom. You didn't roll the greatest, but as you can see, it's another one of those that tactics and positioning on the battlefield can make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, you're not going to get a flanking bonus because you're not. Flanking is for melee characters. But this is a way for you to find somewhere on a battle map to maybe get up out of the way, because a lot of your stuff you can do at range.
Mm-hmm.
Sean, is the opposite true? Where if you're at a lower elevation, firing at a higher elevation, do you gain any sort of disadvantage?
No, unless there's cover in the way.
Okay, sounds good.
Unless there's cover in the way. I don't. There are things that I will give negative expertise die for.
Okay.
But that's not one of them. That's just going to end up being they're so high up that they're partially covered, so you're going to get a -2 to your attack roll.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, because at elevated you won't have to arc your shot as much and whatnot, because you're not fighting gravity, you're using it.
Yep. So, let me double check the range on this real quick. So you said that you. So you say you're. He can hear him shout. He's got a big booming voice. I've known a few healers in my day. You can deal damage too, can't you?
Yeah.
I thought so. Well. Everyone line up. So, new recruits always have questions. Now's the time. Ask.
Who's in charge?
When do we get to fucking fight orcs?
Boy. Wants to fight the orcs. And as far as who's in charge, I am right now.
Yes, sir.
Kind of see him nod with contentment to your acquiescence. You'll get to fight orcs sooner than you'd like, even for you, Heinrich. We're not here to coddle you. We're gonna send you out on patrol.
Orc patrol?
Just patrol. If you happen to find any orcs, do me a favor. Bring me an ear 5.
Oh, I'll bring you more than the ear. I'll bring you a
Ursumi
cock or 3.
Ursumi just like kind of side eye looks over at him.
I find that you understand the basics. Maybe go put them into practice. Check over your gear. Make sure you have what you need. And I want you to go patrol the outskirts of town. And meet me back here tomorrow morning.
Sean, do you happen to have a cost list for just generic items?
Yeah, it's literally listed on the items.
No, I mean a shopping list, like in notes or something.
No, like it's literally on the items, on the item compendium. Like there's a price listed for everything.
Oh, gotcha.
But you've
Okay.
already got all your regular items, and I fixed the amount of gold that you would actually have. And
Yep.
Do we have any sort of insignia or uniform that like identifies us as recruits or something?
maybe like an armband, like a big
Okay.
bright red armband.
That'll be helpful when we try to hide.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's part of the testing experience, I guess.
Yeah. But so right now it is currently around noon. And you guys get set to head out. So currently, like I said, you are situated here in Solaris. And he wants you to patrol the outskirts of town. Roughly through this area. And the crossroads.
And I'm assuming that we have a basic idea of kind of what level of authority we have for things. As recruits, are we technically considered soldiers at this point, or just still?
You're still recruits at this point. I mean, you're part of the Legion, and so you get a little bit of respect for joining. So is there anything anybody does to anything special to prepare for this journey out of town?
Are we gonna want to like buy food or anything like that? Is it something where we're gonna need to make sure we've got?
You should
Stuff like that on
always have rations on you.
Okay.
Right.
So we all started out with 10 rations. Or we should have.
Well, no, anybody who picked one of the kits got them. If you didn't buy any,
Okay.
you can carry a number of rations equal to your strength score.
Heinrich's got 10.
So rations are necessary.
Sean, are you diligent about ammo count?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much so.
Do we roll for recovered ammo, or is it half shot recovered?
Oh, for you want to talk about like you want to recover arrows from bodies?
That kind of, yeah, like, after combat, I think there's like I don't remember what it is. I know 5e it was something like you get half your shot arrows back if you have time to recover them.
I never read that rule.
I might be making it up.
It could be a house rule.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep. But I also seem to remember rolling for recovered arrows at some point.
That was something that Jeremy had us do, and I think that was just the Jeremy thing.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't know. I don't think I've really done a ranged weapon heavy build yet.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm cool with doing, you shot 5 arrows, you can get 2 back, whatever, kind of deal. Yeah, but a lot of times you're going to shoot into armored foes, and your arrows are going to break, and arrows aren't cheap, but they're not super expensive either. I mean, it's a bundle of 20 cost of gold. But
You say a bundle will cost 20?
a bundle of 20 cost 1 gold
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
for arrows.
I mean, if we're looking over supplies, Heinrichel kind of mentioned that he doesn't have intentions of using arrows, but he's got 20 on him
Perfect. So
and is willing to share.
there's a button down at the bottom of where it says players is request trade. You can click on request trade. And then so like Jason and Sadie, you guys could do a trade. And you could just drop in those arrows and then she could just have them.
Did you say that's under the player tab?
No, where it says players.
On the bottom left.
On the bottom left.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
There's
Thank
something
you.
that says request trade. Yep, and you can do a trade. So, give her those arrows. But the other thing is, so we're going to journey to the area where you were told to patrol. I believe I should have shared a copy of Trials and Treasures with everybody. If not, not a big deal.
You have it linked in the
I do have
chat.
I do
Oh,
have,
I'm looking at Saturday, but
it's also into Tuesdays.
yeah.
Yep, I listed the journey activities, the 2 pages there, so you guys can tell me on your journey to your location. It's not very far. It's gonna take you a half a day to get out there. Maybe a little less. But on your way, what are you doing?
Good question. Let me look at my skills over again.
Yeah.
Don't think so much about your skills in this. Think about look at the journey activities and what would your character be doing?
Sean, you're gonna hate me. Is there a journey activities tab?
If you're looking in Foundry, you're not going to find it. Not in
Okay.
Foundry. It's not part of Foundry.
Gotcha.
But in the Discord,
In the Discord, I literally have the journey activities.
Oh, that's right. I was trying to remember where I saw that at.
That's the thing that Nathan and I just talked about 35 seconds ago.
I'm sorry. I'm looking through all the new stuff. John, you know me. I have the attention span of a golden retriever puppy.
No, I was just playing with the golden retriever puppy yesterday. They got a pretty good attention when they're trying to chew on your fingers.
I'm not trying to chew on fingers. I'm trying to kill some fucking orcs.
I'm going to chop some fingers.
We'll start with
Another
so Teclin. What's Teclin gonna do?
Teclin is going to scout.
All right, Teclin is going to scout. All right, why don't you go ahead and roll me that perception check? Is that right?
What's that?
Do you have a minimum on that roll?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I know in the other game you have something like that.
Yeah, they're both humans with the same sub
Perfect.
feature. Yeah, his is survival and perception are his
Okay.
practiced ones.
All right. So
Hyper aware.
you have succeeded. So you guys, maybe Technon, you're not super familiar with the region, so you do learn, kind of what the adjacent region looks like, and you would kind of know that like the mountainous region over this way is Orc country into the Oswald Mountains and the Oswald Pass. But the party now gains advantage on perception checks made against any attempts to surprise or ambush them during the time that you are scouting. Does anybody else know what they want to do?
Go ahead, Steven.
I'm gonna try hunt and gather.
Okay, you're going to hunt and gather. Okay, roll me a survival check.
And since it's relating to hunting, I get special.
Yep, you get expertise die. Yep.
I'm sure that's blind.
Okay. So you gain 1 additional supply.
Nice.
And if you can't carry it, I'm sure you can give it to somebody in the party who can. Because like I said, because you can carry 8.
I can carry it. I have enough room for 1.
Perfect. All right, Heinrich, did you know what you want to do?
Yeah, I've got one question first. I know tracking, judging by what it says in the text, it's if we're like specifically targeting a prey. Could it be applied to like searching for tracks of anything that's on the trail?
That's kind of more in the scouting
Okay.
aspect. Tracking is very specific to like I'm looking for
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
this exactly. And like I said, you feel pretty good with you see second kind of scurry off, and it kind of looks like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Um.
Then I'll go with Busk, because Heinrich kind of feels like this is beneath him. The whole.
Yeah. So you're on the open roads. So there's enough travelers along the way. Yeah, you can go ahead and roll
May I
me. I'm
use
assuming that you
athletics?
wanted to use athletics, so you can go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
Sweet. Just a straight.
Yep, this is a straight athletic.
Do you want it blind to GM for these?
Yep.
As well? Okay.
Yep. Okay. So you succeed. And you find yourself you get 2 gold.
But
Yep. All right. So we got Grisemi and Thalia. Do you guys know what you want to do?
Yes. If we're moving slow enough, I'm going to try to cover our tracks.
You wanna try to cover the tracks? Can I ask why you're trying to cover your tracks?
Because first of all, I know what's out here to a certain degree. And if we're out looking for something, I want us to find them first before we get found.
Okay.
And I guess maybe she's also kind of looking a little bit to try to prove herself, if not necessarily to the group, but to Braun and the rest of them, just so that they
Okay.
don't brush her off because of her history. So
Yeah, I am good with that explanation. So again, roll me a survival check.
this one, this one.
Okay. So I think as you're going along, your nerves get the best of you, and you're on the road, and there's tons of travelers, and you find it really difficult to cover your tracks. Kind of becomes futile,
All right.
and that leaves Thalia.
I would like to do Chronicle.
You want to chronicle? Okay. Go ahead and roll me a history check.
History check.
It's on the skills tab of your character sheet.
Oh, that's a cool one. I like Chronicle.
Another good one, Erica, for your character is going to be gather components.
Yep.
Alright, there we go. A history check. So you gain an expertise die on future history or survival checks made within or about the region, as you have succeeded in your chronicles.
Sean, can I ask what constitutes a region based on this map? Is it a hexagon?
No, a hexagon is not a region. It is literally the geographical. Geographical regions.
Oh, okay, it's like a biome, essentially.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. So, like, if you were traveling, 3 or 4 hexes through one region, you would pick an activity to do, and there's stuff in those activities, and you get this per day of that travel. So, if you're traveling for 4 days, it's like when you busked, you would have gotten. You're traveling for 4, so you won 2 gold, right? If you were traveling for 4, you would have won, 8 gold for the region.
Okay.
All right, so then you guys.
I really like this mechanic. It feels like there's more you can do in prep and travel instead of, yep, I sit there and keep sharpening my sword.
There's also a lot of like feats and abilities that can be used like this during roleplay stuff.
Sure.
Things where like, oh, he failed his insight check. Well, I have this ability that lets me do this. So yeah, it lets you feel like you're doing stuff during the other pillars. It's nice.
No, I noticed that too with a couple of the berserker feats that I picked up, where I can use my strength modifier for both persuasion and like intimidation and stuff.
Just flex those muscles whenever you're trying to.
Whoa!
Your blood pressure's got to be through the roof.
Heinrich's just Lou Ferrigno on the road.
So you find yourselves here at the crossroads, out on patrol.
Lonely.
Can I ask, what direction did we travel on the road? Based on the map, did we go north?
Yes.
Okay.
Off the main.
Yep. So we're doing like a counterclockwise sweep, essentially.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So this is the map that I have. I didn't have one that lined up perfectly with the roads. So
Get the idea.
And then
How dare you, Sean?
It's now about 6:30 in the evening. So bright out, it's spring.
I was just gonna ask. When is sunset?
This happens to be that you guys are on Spring Lane 1, and here in the real world, we're on Spring Lane 1. I didn't plan it like that. That's just how it worked out.
Perfect.
It is very convenient.
About how many hours do we have until sunset?
Roughly about, probably about 1.
Okay. I will make the suggestion that we go ahead and find a place to make camp for the night.
Watch
Alright,
your show, buddy.
I think we should scout around and make sure that there's nothing immediately dangerous around us.
Of course.
I agree.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, you're free to move about the map, and
Who's our Nertho of the group? I can only roll a 19 at the lowest for perception.
Hi.
Nertho.
It's Nertho.
It's Nertho.
Still
yeah.
Nathan. Still Nathan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
Nathan.
I think literally the lowest I can roll right now is 15.
Cool.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, it is, because that's what you rolled.
Yeah.
Because that's what you rolled.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he rolled a, put it this way, he rolled a 2 on the die, but he gets a minimum of 10 on the roll, plus 2, plus 3. So, yeah, 15 is the lowest he can roll, and I already hate him.
Uh-huh.
We've got our designated.
No, that just means every level 1,
Young
everything's
boy.
every perception check's DC 16.
Well,
sorry.
I think the bigger concern would be that Nertho had just a touch more focus than Teclin does.
Yeah.
Like, he's great at finding things, but y'all are gonna have to point him at stuff.
I think the first thing Heinrich's going to do is inspect this barrier here.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
Oh, I'm certainly not proficient in that. Do you want blind rolls for everything, Sean?
Everything but combat.
Okay.
Right.
I wish I
Then
could
what-
have that.
What Teclin wants to do is just kind of close his eyes for a second, listen to the sound, see if he picks up any like animal movement, if things are
Okay.
too quiet, if like something's moving around in the
So-
woods around us.
Real quick, the reason why everything is blind, there's a mechanic that I have. So you can roll any check, right? So you're obviously not skilled in investigation, right?
No, I am -1 in investigation.
Well,
Ooh.
here's the thing. You roll a natural 20 on your investigation check. You know something, and it's absolutely true.
Are you saying that's why I just
No, that's not what you did. But no, this is the reason why I roll everything. This is the reason why I roll everything blind. If you roll a natural 1 on your investigation check, you know something, but it is absolutely false, but you know it and you believe it.
Oh, I love that.
So I can't have you knowing what you rolled.
Nope, that's totally fine.
So
Role playing really interesting.
Yep.
Very, very fun. Very Brennan Mulligan of you.
so you go to inspect it and you're like, it's a barricade. You don't know much about barricades. You know how to smash through them, but as far as the construction of them, you have no idea. And Nathan, go ahead and roll me that with your expertise die.
Before I do that, I'm going to take a moment to make some hand motions and mutter real quick, and a eye opens up on the back of my head.
It's intense.
And then I'm going to roll my...
With the hand motions, I was about to be like, Riva's not here, Nertho. No one knows what you're saying.
Okay, so
Did that roll?
you're
Okay.
yeah, you're listening, and you do hear someone coming from the north.
And I will say in Elvish, Talia, someone's coming from the north.
So Sinwig,
I'm gonna pull up.
so Sinwig, Heinrich, Teclin, and Thalia all understand what he says. Gersemi does not.
I do not.
Sorry.
When I hear that, I am going to sheath my sword and pull out my longbow.
Okay.
Sean, can I ask you, since Gersemi and I have known each other from childhood, would we be able to like pick up on not like the talk that Riva and Nertho had, but enough where like I could kind of glance at her and she could pick up on my expressions essentially, or like some sort of general motion where I don't necessarily need to speak, but where I could
Maybe
do something to be
for
like kind of be on edge.
some basic stuff, sure. You know, nothing like obviously like the thieves can't talk. That
Yeah, I guess what I would say Heinrich would do, I would assume since the party is up towards my direction from Gersemi, I would be within eye shot. Could I shoot her kind of like a concerned look and like grip my great axe as I start to move in that direction?
yeah. And just so everybody understands the motion of this campaign, it's all real time. So unless I have the game paused, like right now, to talk to you to explain a rule set, like when I say things are happening in the background, they don't stop because we're having a discussion.
Yeah.
Everything keeps going. So like everyone else, even though he's talking, if you guys want to move your characters around, move them around. Do what it is that you need to do, because the game time keeps moving. And that's the same is true for the world time. When you guys take a month of downtime to do downtime activities, a month passes, and things in the world happen, whether you influence them or not.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
Yeah, Heinrich would do that as he turns around from the barricade after hearing what Teclin says, and do that as he moves up.
Okay. I'll kind of give him like a light nod so he understands that I understood him. At least I think we did. I'm going to stealthily sneak into these trees back here. And I want to kind of get a glance down this pathway.
okay, you roll me a stealth check.
I'm kind of move right there, and then
Oh, Heinrich is also going to go behind this little bush here and try to do like not a stealth, but try to get out of eyesight from the northern road as well.
Okay. Gersemi moves and
I feel like
she attempts to hide in those bushes. Are you trying to kind of like hide behind that thicket as well?
yeah,
well,
essentially.
okay.
Not rogue stealth, but he's short enough where he could probably get
roll
out
me.
of eyesight.
Roll me a stealth check. Okay, you kind of squat down and find yourself getting kind of in there, and all right. Let's see. One more action each for the three of you who have not acted in this pause screen.
Right. I'd like to try and duck behind the bush that's to the south of me.
Duck down there.
Yeah, and at least try and hide.
Okay. Stealth check as well.
Steven, I gotta ask too, what class are you?
Marshall.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Been a while since I played a character who wasn't good at stealth.
Right. All right. So we got Sinwig and Thalia. What do you guys want to do?
I would say I am moving like here within 10 feet of Heinrich.
Okay.
With me not being surprised by like attacks or anything, if I'm correct on that, would it be a good idea for me to do persuasion? Or not persuasion, perception? Because I can see third.
Well, you've
wait,
already
hold
been
on.
your partner has already called out that he heard some people coming from the northern direction.
Right. Right. What's that? Never mind. I guess I'll just move just a little bit downwards.
You can't
to
move.
here.
You have to just ping where you
Oh.
want me to move you. You just hold left click down and it'll ping.
Right
You
there.
want to move to about
Be slightly out of the way.
how about more like maybe like there.
Sure.
Okay. So you guys are all there. I said you heard people coming from that direction. Heinrich, give me a perception check.
Oh, something else I'm real not okay at.
And Sinwig as well.
Is that perception?
Yep.
Now, did I roll perception or like persuasion?
You rolled perception.
Okay. I thought I misclicked. Either way, the value's the same, but...
Alrighty. And then Grisemi, roll me a perception check as well.
Now, does this include my wilding thing? I'm assuming it does. Is it built into it?
Probably not. Which wilding thing?
Sunseen. So you gain an expertise die on investigation and perception checks made in daylight.
No, that's something that you're going to have to remember to add.
Okay.
Yep.
So you want me just to roll another d4?
It's not necessary. You rolled good enough to. It's not going to make a difference.
Okay.
You, Grisemi, hear someone coming from this direction. And two of you hear people coming from the other direction. And what we're going to do now is I need everybody to roll for initiative, please.
Yes!
Let's go.
So you open the combat tracker. Sadie, it's the little crossed swords. You click on that, and then you can right-click on it to pop it out. And then you can go back to the chat screen.
Oh, how did I not know that you can pop out the combat tracker?
Oh no. Yeah, that's a good thing to know.
Oh, I was flicking back and forth the entire last campaign we had.
Seriously?
Yes.
Jason rolled a natural 1 on his perception check.
Sweet. So a 0,
Nice.
because I get -1.
So, Thalia, you
Henrik's
see...
just
Real
scratching
quick,
his
hold on,
balls.
guys, real quick. So, Sadie, in the upper right-hand corner of your web browser, you'll see a little crossed swords icon.
Mm-hmm.
Right-click on... so, left-click on that. And then right-click on it, and it'll pop it out. And then you'll see next to your name a little white D20. Click on that. Alrighty. So now, I'm gonna stop that.
bad music.
Giuseppe.
Are those what I think they are?
Okay, so I'm gonna start by casting Mage Armor on myself.
Oh, a wasted turn.
You think so?
No, I think it's a smart thing to do, but you should have prepared that already and had it already cast on you.
I think because in this version of it, it just lasts until your next long rest too.
Yep.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about 8 hours. You can just cast that beginning of the day.
Okay, yeah, I've never used Mage Armor before, so
No, still smart to do. Unless, yeah, for your character right now, absolutely.
else is kind of
So I believe I can help you out here. I believe you would target yourself. Then you go to your spell casting and click.
it gives me this menu, visibility mode.
Yeah, so you got to use spell slot effects.
Yeah, first. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast it for you this one time.
Okay.
Just to
But
show
it's
you.
to be spell slot, not spell points, right?
Yep, I got it. I clicked it over to spell slot for you.
Okay.
So not gonna worry about the temporary healing roll because you don't get temp hit points at this level.
Nope.
So I'll unselect that. What you do is you just click the roll, so that'll use the points, and then when you have your token selected, you would click the, so it's, this pops up, and you click apply effect, and boom, you now have Mage Armor on you, and if you look, your AC is now higher.
Yes. Perfect. Okay, and
That is your action.
that's my action. Bonus action, gain temporary hit points equal to 1d10 plus your level. So roll a d10. Does that need to be blind?
No, that doesn't. No, we're now in combat. You can roll everything in the open,
Okay.
unless I ask for something specifically. So
nine
actually,
temporary.
what you should have done in that case is on your feature, you have your
Okay, it's built
that's
in.
Dwarven toughness.
Yeah. So
Right.
just go ahead and roll that.
Yeah, so you would. Nathan, how did you have that one built into yours?
So she almost had it, but you have to click on the icon when it turns into the die instead of on the. I thought I did, or maybe I just rolled the die and added it to my temp hit points.
Aaron, you need to stop. I can't. Go to bed, then. Aaron, I can't right now, honey. I'm busy.
You may have to target yourself if you hadn't when you do the
No,
roll.
I tried it for her too. I think that maybe that's something that we built in.
Yeah, or maybe I was just rolling a d10 and manually doing it.
It's possible. In that case, you just go to on your character sheet. You'd have to.
You don't have to unlock it. You can just click temp hit points, type. Oh wait, maybe you do have to unlock it. Yeah, you have to unlock it and then type it in.
Okay. So that's that, and then I'm going to try to stealthily move back the way I came towards the group a little bit.
Okay.
25. I think I'll move there.
Where are you gonna move to?
Right there.
All right, you can roll that stealth check privately, please.
Yes. Blind.
Okay. Anything else?
So I'm going to well, that would kind of defeat that purpose. So I'm gonna ready my action for casting a spell for
You can't.
this.
You
orc.
already
Yep,
You already
action.
used your action. Yep.
That's use an action. Okay. I'm gonna sit tight because I don't want to give myself away just yet.
Okay, make sure you click next turn on the combat tracker. Thalia, it is your turn. See these orcs approaching.
That's only one. I honestly do not know.
So for your character, in fact, you have a longbow. You've got Sacred Flame. You've also got Bothersome Buzzing. But Bothersome Buzzing, you know that you need to be closer to use. So in this situation, targeting one and taking a longbow attack would probably be the best option for you. And you have a clearer line of sight towards the one that just appeared in the south. So what you would do is you hover your cursor over him and press the T key.
Down more?
What's that?
Is that down where
You should be
is?
you should be able to see this guy over here.
No. Nope.
Zoom out your map.
I'm trying.
Scroll wheel
It should be
out.
southeast of you.
Ah! Oh, okay. Ha ha ha.
Over there.
Especially combat speaking, because your two main melee people are focusing on the north ones.
Well,
It'd be smart.
everybody else also needs to understand that this is Sadie's first
Yeah,
session ever.
that's why I'm
Yeah.
kind of pitching in for
Yeah.
this.
So yeah, so you would hover
Normally I wouldn't
hover
do that,
over that
but-
token, the orc that you want to attack, and hit T for target. And then you would click your longbow to attack him.
Shouldn't I do the bothersome buzzing?
No, you're not close enough. So
Oh, yeah, that's
you can now if you want, you can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think even if you got within let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. You would still be out of range. Even if you got as close as you could. But that's well within your longbow range. So
Okay.
And then Sadie, do you know how to measure range?
yeah, we'll
think
cover
I
we'll
just-
we'll cover that eventually.
Okay.
I'm kind of walking through some of that for her at the moment.
Okay. Sounds good.
So yeah, now you do just click your longbow icon and it'll pop up the chat screen and you click roll attack.
This public?
Yep.
Oh yeah, Erica, you're still marked as. Oh wait, that was your stealth roll. Never mind, that makes sense.
So you go to shoot out and maybe you're a little nervous in combat and you miss.
Oh.
So now you can choose to move. I think you can move, if you move to the north 30 feet, you could probably bother some buzzing to get within 30 feet of one of those other two. You could probably bother some buzzing one of them. And you wouldn't have to get super close. So if you moved to here, you could bother some buzzing one of those two.
Can I ask what that skill does?
You find out. You have no idea.
Fair.
Right there,
So-
correct?
Yeah, so you can move 25 feet to there, so then that puts you within 30 feet of this guy. Then you would hover T and target him, and then cast your Bothersome Buzzing. So yeah, you just. I will pop that. I'll
Oh,
go ahead. I'll go ahead and reveal that. So as you can see, this is what bothersome buzzing does. So he is going to roll a wisdom saving throw. Which he
cool.
fails. So everyone needs to mark. I'll have to make an I will make an icon. Nathan, can you put a quick request in on the other Saturday Discord server for bothersome buzzing for me?
Yep, working on it.
Then I can make an icon for it so we know who's buzzed and who's not.
And Sean, that only affects her, or is it
No,
the
that's-
next attack?
It's the
The
next
next-
attack made against your target.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like guiding bolt, but with
Expertise instead. Yep.
expertise instead of
Cool.
advantage. Yeah.
I like that.
So, and then if you want, you have 5 more feet of movement. You could take another 5-foot step backwards if you wanted.
yes.
Only 5 feet. Only 5 feet. 1 square.
Mm. I don't have a mouse, so this is kind of difficult on.
Oh yeah, you're gonna. Oh here, yeah, you're gonna want a mouse. Here you go.
I do have one, but it's not working.
Everyone pitch in $5 to Sadie's Venmo so she can get a mouse.
Okay. The first thing Heinrich does is go into a rage.
You're correct. I feel like that is almost a character flaw when encountering orcs.
I would like to rage!
Yes.
Perfect.
Sean,
So-
if you want to add that to the character, I'd be fine with that.
So rage doesn't actually do anything. You just click it to expend the cost of it.
Sure.
Everything's on my side. This is a lot more closer to tabletop than a 5e Boundary game would be.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
all stuff that I have to do. You're gonna have to remember so now.
I'll just reduce the uses in my.
Yep. Just
Yes.
reduce the uses, and then you're gonna need to. I will build you, like I did for one of my other barbarians. I will build you a temporary hit point tree that you can click on. Because remember, at the beginning of your next turn,
Again,
you get 2
I think
temporary
it's
hit points.
+2. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, for future reference, if you want to add that as like a character trait, whenever he
Oh, it
sees
is.
orcs,
You already
okay.
you already told me that. You already told me that whenever you see
Okay.
orcs, that happens.
Okay. Gotcha. First question is these barricades. Am I able to pass through them, or do I have to destroy them before I can get in range of attack?
You're gonna. So if you attempt, if you're talking about if you want to attempt to attack the orcs from this side of the barricade, they are gonna get some cover. And vice versa. Otherwise,
Am I able to pass through to?
you
this
cannot pass.
spot
You
here?
cannot pass through it. You can attempt to maybe leap over it if you have the movement.
I'm gonna say this will get me to 25 feet right here. I can get to 30 feet here.
Yeah, you get to 30 feet there. Let me see real quick.
Just curious about my options with the barricade, just for.
Yeah,
mechanics,
because
I
you
guess.
like squeezing, you wouldn't have enough movement to squeeze through it.
Would I be able to try to bound from here over the barricade to here?
That is what I'm looking for. The exact. Nathan, help me out here. I'm not finding anywhere on the jumping.
For jumping,
Like obviously that's such a mundane little jump. I'm not
yeah, I mean, I would just
worried
ask
about
for
it.
a skill check and decide
Yeah.
what it is. What
Yeah.
sure we
Go
can
ahead.
find
Yeah.
some
So if you
roll.
wanted to, go ahead and roll me if you want to do that, roll me an athletics.
You want that blind too?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I haven't done the movement, but that's what I'm attempting.
Yeah. So you can go ahead and move to that square. You're not
Between the two.
nothing fancy is going to happen for you though.
Okay.
Not with the 10.
Thanks for letting me know what it was. Yeah. Swing swung.
So,
I don't think. No, I don't have any significant maneuvers at this point. No.
you have no maneuvers at this point other than the basic.
Yep.
So, which one are you
And
attacking?
then
You attack this guy?
the buzzed one.
Okay, so that's an expertise number, but you can choose to press the attack.
Oh, you can choose that at any point.
Yeah.
It's an expertise die for you, but it gives advantage on anyone attacking you until your next turn.
It gives them advantage, or it gives them an expertise.
Gives
Gives
them advantage.
Okay.
Yep, that's what I was
Well,
teaching in the...
Gotcha. So I already get a D4 expertise on that one, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just do that for now.
Oof.
And that is a miss.
And still max damage.
No, one off max.
Oh, is it? Okay. That's all I can do, correct?
That was action, all of your movement. If you have a bonus action, which I don't think that you do,
No, I don't.
then that's your turn.
Okay. Yep, then I'll end turn. Sorry, I'm getting it slightly confused with
Oh, damn it. Oh,
All right, Tech 9.
yeah, where's the setting to plot movement instead of delete
Oh,
movement?
yeah, game settings, configure settings, drag ruler,
Drag roller, that's what I was looking for. All right.
create waypoint.
Okay, and then I will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet gets me there. I will target the irritated warlordling, the one right there, and I will cast Hex,
Okay.
which I'm guessing there's not any actual. Oh, there is a roll.
Yeah.
Effect prompts. Oh boy, it doesn't tell me what the effects do. It just
Yeah,
says effect
just roll
1, 2,
it.
3.
I will add the effect to them.
Okay, well, I'm doing the strength checks for the. There we go.
And then
So
I can apply it. I got it.
Cool. And then if I am to Eldritch Whip him, what kind of modifier do the barricades do?
-2.
-2. So I will. I'm assuming it would be the same to do a ranged attack, chill touch.
Yep.
Yeah, so I will
Yeah,
attempt the Eldritch
he's
Whip.
got some minor cover.
So where do I put the -2? Situational modifier?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Public roll, normal. No expertise dice because he's already been attacked. So
Yep.
roll it. Oh, except I need to do my hex damage if that hits.
It does hit.
Okay, so measly 2 force, but I will get a d6 d6, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, a d6 and necrotic.
Just roll me a d6.
That'll be an additional 4.
Additional 4 damage.
That is movement, bonus action. So I am
It is
done.
your turn.
Alrighty.
And bloodied. Nice.
And bloodied.
Oh,
Bloodied or wounded?
and
give
then
any-
I get half of the force damage, so I get 1 temp hit point.
Very nice. Well,
Does bloodied or wounded have any?
it can.
Okay.
But mainly as a visual
Yeah.
note.
Yeah.
You were not as... He had
Well, shit.
where you were, and then you moved. So he comes running out.
Facing
And-
me.
Now you are in the open. so not really hidden with anything. And he's going to try to attack you. He used his bonus action for an aggressive charge.
Oh,
It all works.
Actually, hold on. Let me double read that.
He has to be able to see. Yeah, well, he sees us.
He did see you, but he wasn't going after you. No, he uses his action to dash because he can't use that because he can't see. He didn't see where she went. So actually, that is his turn. But it's very specifically that he could see. She was hidden. She did manage to successfully sneak back through the trees, so you had to look through the bush and the trees to the other side. Like, he knew where she was here because she didn't hide very well, but her stealth roll to get back to that position was an 18. So that actually uses up
It is your turn.
his stuff. But this orc up here, the impassioned war-holding orc, will take a swing at Heinrich.
Does flanking count for adjacent enemies as well?
Nah, it has to be direct.
Okay.
Yep.
I should have asked that before I jumped in. But
So like
that's good
this,
to know.
like he's just sees you. Well, he just jumped over that. Like I said, if I take a step here, then you're flanked.
Oh, then that counts. Okay.
That's flanked. But he's
Gotcha.
not that smart. And
Him be dummy.
He's also young. Like, this is, you could tell that this is a young band.
Yep.
You know.
In other words, this is Sean being kind for the first combat. And this will not persist
Ooh.
throughout.
But that does hit you. Although you do
For
take
what?
half. No, you take half. You take half.
That's still a fair amount.
Boom. You take half damage.
It's your turn.
Now this one, though, does step up to flank you. Being jostled and jarred.
Yep.
And yes, they are working on a combat HUD for this system. Just let everybody know.
I do have. I forgot. I do have a bonus action with Dwarven Toughness.
And he.
but you have to decide which temporary hit points you want to take, because you can only they don't stack with anything else.
They don't stack.
Oh, they don't stack with rage.
Nope.
Okay. Good to know.
So this one hits you. Like I said, once again, you are going to take half damage. So you'll only end up taking 3. Boom. And you, sir, are now also bloodied.
Yes, sir.
It is now Sinwick coming in with the cleric initiative.
Alright, I am going to move.
Hug me, brother.
This, then I am going to attack and then forgo that attack using commanding presence. As Heinrich is within 10 feet of me,
Yep.
he gets to make an attack.
Yep.
As a reaction.
Yep. So now
Do you choose who I attack, or do I choose?
You get to pick.
you get to pick who you attack. It does use your reaction. But he's commanding you to attack. This is kind of what the marshal does.
Yep. Yep. Steve and I had a little offhand side chat about it. So
I've got a marshal in my Saturday game too. So
And then if you had a cantrip, you could use that as well.
Yep.
Yeah, Steven and I unintentionally made complimenting characters.
ooh, and a miss.
God,
Oh, come on!
These guys aren't even that hard to hit.
this is
Come on.
Heinrich, not Jareth.
You're gonna need to change your dice out, I think.
You know, Steven, you're right.
And
When you're right, you're right.
is at 25
Yep.
feet. I'm going to And what was the rule on because I don't know, didn't see anything if different with A5E moving and drawing weapons.
You get
Like
what?
switching
It's roughly the same. You can get the one free object interaction. So you have your bow out currently.
So like putting it away would be an interaction.
Yep. So but also too, like if you want to pull out a one-handed weapon while also holding your bow, you can do that. Your bow's just not put away, but you'd have your sword out.
And what if I did my shield? That still works the same?
Pull your shield out instead. Yeah, you just have a shield and a bow.
Yeah.
You're obviously
Alright.
not going to be able to fire your bow.
Shield is an action, though.
Oh no, that's right. Actually, no, that is right. A shield.
Yeah.
That's right. That is something. Thank you, Nathan. So I like having someone else who plays this with me. Yeah, actually, yeah, a shield does take an action to don.
Okay.
So you could pull out your short sword if you wanted.
I will move back 5 feet and pull that out.
Okay. Anything else?
And that will end my turn.
All right. Well,
I would want to do
nope, it's Grisemi's
if I
turn.
can.
Nope, it's Grisemi's
Oh,
turn.
At mine.
All right. Well, I don't like that he's up in my face. This big scary orc. I'm not Heinrich. So disengage is a full action, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna disengage from him, and then attempt to stealthily move back into the trees.
Okay.
I'm assuming you want a stealth.
Of course.
Okay, and this one's gonna be blind. And should hopefully be working.
Okay. Go ahead and make your movement.
Kind of
Token
get
control.
back in here where
Yeah.
it's super. Sorry, things are kind of laggy.
You're probably going to want to move more this way. If you're trying
Yeah.
to hide, like that's like a big tree.
So yeah, wherever like kind of the thicker
So
vegetation
you
is,
say
but
you want to move to like 30 feet to there, you only got 25.
I think I'm a dwarf. I don't think there's anything else that
Nope,
gives me.
Yep, you got 25.
So, yeah. So I'm just gonna look for the thickest, brush in here to hide. So, what happened there?
Oh, that's a good question. How does Heinrich have 30 feet?
I think I got a feat that increased my movement, if I remember correctly.
A feature.
Was it Hill Dwarf? No.
Mm-mm. No. I'm not seeing.
Barbarian. Better movement. I don't know if that kicks in yet.
No, he's just got the defense.
I think it might be part of the unarmored defense.
I don't think it is.
Mm.
Let me double check the Berserker.
Thought I grabbed something that gave me an extra 5 movement.
Nope. Nope, I'm looking over all your stuff. You do not, so we'll have to remember that for next time. But you ran a little further than you had.
It was the jump. The jump gave me the extra 5.
That's okay. But no, there's nothing that gave you that extra, so I need to adjust your movement to
Rugged defense. Is he Juggernaut or Rugged defense?
He's Juggernaut.
Yeah. Rugged defense gives you an additional 5 when you're not wearing heavy, but not Juggernaut.
Oh, he's Juggernaut. So there. Movement speed is fixed.
Dang it, Sean.
All right. Is anything else, Grisemi?
I don't think so.
Turns out short, stubby legs stop the Juggernaut.
All right, and go ahead, click end turn.
Yep.
All right, Thalia.
I want to. I don't know which one I want to do. Either cure wounds or healing word on. Oop, I can't see.
On Heinrich?
Yes, Heinrich.
Okay, so at that, so from that range, the only thing that you'd be able to do is a healing word. You have to be able to touch him to cure wounds.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Then healing word is what I would want to do.
So let's double check. So healing word is, yeah, that's 60 feet. So you just target him and click healing word. Oh, hold on. Why do you have? Hold on, let me fix something real quick. For some reason it says you have only one first level spell slot when you should have 2. Not 12. 2. There.
Oh, I figured it out, Sean. Why I had 30.
Why?
We dwarfs are natural sprinters.
Yeah. Okay, Gimli. Yeah, so you just target Heinrich with the hover
Yep.
key and then roll that. And he gets 8 hit points back.
Which is significant at this level.
And that was a bonus
Especially-
that was a bonus action. So you can see that the dwarf next to him over here is bloodied.
Mhm.
You could take a shot with your longbow at him if you wanted to. Or you know that there's a dwarf down there harassing
Don't you
Grisemi.
ever confuse an orc with a dwarf again in this campaign, Sean.
I didn't confuse anybody.
You did say dwarf.
You said dwarf
I said up there
2
by
times.
harassing the dwarfs.
I want to
Maybe
target
you
the
have-
one that's going after. There's me.
I mean, you guys
Oh,
are all ugly anyways. I don't know what you're talking about.
ouch.
Not Dahlia. You're not a dwarf or an orc. You're all
No,
right.
but still, you
Yeah.
said you're all ugly anyway. It was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Sinway, Tuckwin, and Thalia are fine.
Declan's pretty ugly.
He said he would be good looking, but he looks a little.
No, you're just off-putting.
So yeah, then you just hover over the hover T to target, and then roll your longbow attack on that one. And miss.
Everyone needs new dice.
That was bonus action. You can move if you want to. Otherwise, you can stay where you are.
I want to move. Ooh, shit. I want to go back.
If it's easier just to ping where you want me to move you until you get a mouse working, that's fine.
I want to move
Mhm.
right here.
Okay.
You can also use WASD to move.
And I'll just end my turn there.
Okay. So it is I will remind you this one time, Heinrich. It is the start of your turn. You get your rage hit points at the start of your turn.
Of my turn. Means you are not going to coddle me. And I add it into my temporary hit points.
Yep.
And if I forget, you will peg me like we're playing cribbage. I understand my assignment, Sean.
Nice.
All right, 23 is a hit.
That
See,
better
told
be-
ya. It's your dice.
How? Describe your killing blow.
Oh, just a sheer decapitation.
Okay.
After getting bloodied, we're talking raising the axe up and just full on swing, base of the head.
Okay. What else on your turn?
I don't want to use the dwarven toughness. So I believe that'll be
You can't
it.
use the dwarven toughness.
I know. Yeah, yeah. Well, couldn't I use it to replace my other temporary hit points? Like if I were to roll higher with the dwarven toughness?
I don't. That's a question that I'm gonna have to ask in the Discord about rage and dwarven toughness. It might even be possible that you get both. It's just I have no way to track it in the system.
I
Right.
think if I remember right, it says like the barbarian hit points aren't temporary hit points, but they replace temporary hit points if you have them.
Well, it says every round you remain in rage at the start of your turn, you gain a number of rage hit points that increases as you gain levels. Whenever you take damage, you reduce your rage hit points first, then your regular hit points. Rage hit points stack each round until your rage ends, at which point they dissipate. Doesn't
So
say.
according to the text, that would be different from
No,
temporary hit points.
you gain no benefit,
No
from
benefit
temporary hit
temporary
points.
hit points.
There we go.
Yep.
So is my dwarven toughness null?
While you're raging,
Okay.
but it's good for
Okay,
when
fair
you
enough.
aren't ready to go into a rage.
Or when I run out and...
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, unless you're down for flavor, where I turn around and spit in this other orc's eye.
Yeah. Other than that, it's just a free action that you take. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be it.
You are next.
Okay. It looks like they've got that under control. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there. With my... nope, not one more space. When I move... Or with my bonus action, I will move my hex to painted or hordling.
Okay.
So let me do cast it, but don't consume resources. And if you'll put, yeah.
Strength again.
Yep.
Boom.
And then with my action, I will cast Chill Touch at him.
Okay.
No modifiers. Roll that.
Miss.
That doesn't look like a hit, so that will be the end of my turn.
It is your turn.
All right. It is now his turn. Well, let's be. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to strength hex creatures anymore because the maneuver stuff is all saved instead of checks.
Yep.
I think perception may be the best. Wisdom.
So
to
he
help,
is actually
hiding.
gonna run up and attack Dahlia.
Wrong move.
That's what he's doing. Oh, look at that miss.
With you.
It's your turn.
Now, it is this one's turn.
Are you blind rolling enemy attacks too?
Sometimes.
Okay, fair enough.
I usually will reveal after. There's a lot of stuff that people can react to the roll.
Yep.
Without
Yep.
knowing the full outcome. So.
Sure.
But he's.
Thank you for explaining. I was just curious.
Yep. So no, he sees his friend go down, and he becomes not in a rage, but enraged, and he is going to press the attack on you. And as you are raging, you cannot choose to fall back.
I don't think I can choose it.
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
said,
No,
I
no,
said,
yep,
that's what I
yep.
said. You cannot.
Yep. Nope. My brain did
Yeah.
not process that correctly. I understand.
And he crittles you.
No.
No.
But he rolled really shitty on.
See, at least it was only 6.
Hold on, that's not. Is that right? Hold on 1 second.
I'm showing 2d12s.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, 2d12. They only get a plus. Yeah, 2d12 plus 1. So 2d12 plus 2. These guys aren't very strong.
Or 1d12 plus 1?
It rolled 2d12, but it's originally they only have a plus 1 modifier, so it did double. But yeah, it's not. Man,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
and it's still only half damage. So it's still only 5
I know
damage.
you want to hurt. I know you want to hurt me,
Dude,
Sean.
it's
but
5 damage. It's 5 damage you're taking.
I'm just giving you crap.
Okay, look at
Oh,
that.
are you rolling down or rolling up?
So I click half, and half of 11 is 5.
Oh, I thought it rolled up. For
No,
odds.
round down in 5e or in
It's-
D&D for almost everything.
Yep, for just about every
okay.
TTRPG. Yep, and then
It's your turn.
and his head stops moving. Sinwig.
Alright, well, I first am going to use my bonus action to Rallying Surge Heinrich.
He's not even hurt.
What'd that do?
I mean, I said I'd do it. I'm doing it.
You see Heinrich just like, yeah.
Yeah, Steven and I are
Boom.
gonna be best friends this campaign.
There you go, Heinrich. You get 3 HP back.
I'll take it.
Already there.
I'm going to move.
Especially if it's healing without a spell slot.
I do that. Move here. And
But it's a once a day thing that he can do.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Finish a short or long rest.
You must finish a long rest before you can use it again.
Oh, okay.
Says it right on the
Oh, at
card.
7th level. I read that part.
You regain it after a short rest, but you can only use it after a long rest. Which seems
Pretty
kind
much,
of
yeah.
arbitrary. But
And then I am going to use my action to attack, and then forgo that attack to let Teklin use a cantrip or attack.
in order to do that attack, you have to be within range.
He's within 10 feet of me.
No, of the creature that he's attacking.
It can be a cantrip, which I have
No,
a range.
he has
cantrip.
to be. He has to be. In
Oh,
range.
okay.
Okay.
He has to be within range. Remember, before you were standing here, so you were attacking through the barrier, which is like I didn't count the barrier as its own 5-foot square.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to be
Okay.
able. You actually have to be threatening them to use that to attack.
Yeah, within the radius, right, at 10 feet.
Yep. I believe. I could double check that with Max. Let me double
I think
check.
it's part of the aura.
No, I'm not talking about the aura. It's his he uses his attack to starting at
Make
first level, you have
someone else
commanding
attack.
presence, which extends from unit 10 foot radius. When allies, when you hold on, let me double check this.
When you take the attack action, you can forego making one attack to allow a friendly creature within range of your commanding presence to make an attack instead.
Okay, yeah,
If
no,
the
yeah, then you're
target-
good. Then you're good. Yeah,
Target
okay.
adheres to you.
I always read that Max is usually within range of attacking the target when he does it. So, yeah, it says
Yeah.
I don't see anything in there that says that he has to be able
Right.
because you're using your attack action and foregoing it. So to allow a friendly creature within range of your commanding presence. So
Although, from the way I'm reading it, I can't Eldritch Blast because it's not an attack with a weapon or a cantrip. But I definitely can.
Doesn't say
touch
has. Right.
So I will do that if I can. Normal. Roll. Maybe not. That
And
hit.
then does that affect Hex?
Oh shoot! I have him targeted.
that's a hit.
Oh.
I haven't.
Okay.
Oh, that's a hit.
Yeah. Okay. And then I get an additional D6 for Hex. So another 3 points of damage to him.
Another 3. There you go. There's your aura. That helps.
There we go. That's gonna be nice, so I don't have to measure it every time.
I'll have to fix it and put it on your prototype token, but for now I got it on this token.
Yeah, but then it also grows as I level up, so that would.
Eventually, yeah. I mean, it takes a while. Trust me, it takes a while to.
Oh, there it is. I had to hover over his token before it popped up.
Ooh. Oh, the aura. Anything else on your
Yeah.
turn, Senwig?
That will be my turn.
All right, Grisemi.
All right. Let's scurry out of the woods here.
That's 20.
And
Got 5 more feet you can move
oh,
if you need
that's a
to.
huge difference. Okay.
Okay. Boom, pops a ray of frost, but you miss. You miss badly. Where
Those rolls.
I say the bolt kind of shoots by, and Teclin, you kind of like duck out of the way.
All right. Well, then I will just tuck back in here, kind of behind the shrub.
Okay.
And end turn.
All right. Dahlia. This
Alright, I'm
orc got
thinking of.
right up in your face. So if you attack with your bow, you will be at disadvantage because he is within 5 feet of you. But the one thing that you could do instead is you could choose to Sacred Flame him.
Are
Yeah.
opportunities of attack still
Oh,
active
yeah.
as reactions? Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do the Sacred Flame.
Yep. Target him and then click on the Sacred Flame.
Yeah, since you're forcing him to make a save, it doesn't matter that you're next to him, which is a very important thing with clerics.
All right. Well, if he fails his dex save, that's some good damage. So I will have him roll his dexterity saving throw, which he will fail. And
Nice.
drops dead as this radiant flame comes down out of the sky and burns him.
Nice max damage roll.
Woohoo.
So now, you know,
Oh,
hold on.
Oh, well.
You would know that you could go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet to there,
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
and you can buzz the other guy with a bonus action.
Right.
No, actually, no, you can't.
Okay.
Or can we? How does that work, Nathan?
What's
Yeah.
that?
So,
Are
action
you talking about cantrip wise? Yeah,
yeah.
she's fine.
Action
'Cause they're
cantrip,
both
bonus
cantrips.
action cantrip, perfect.
Yeah, the rule is if you cast any spell with your bonus action, you can only cast a cantrip with your action.
But yeah, the fact that this is also a cantrip, you can also bothersome buzzing him with your bonus action.
But
I'm
you
gonna-
couldn't cure wounds and bothersome buzzing in the same turn.
I'll go ahead and do bothersome buzzing.
Yep. So go ahead and
Thank you, Talia, for giving me an extra D4.
tag him. So then he will roll his. No, he rolls a save, which he fails. So
Nice.
he is buzzed. Now you can end your turn.
Okay.
So, Sean, as I prep this up, I saw with the weapon that I have, it says breaker for wood.
Uh huh.
Can you tell me what that does? Just out of curiosity.
Yes, I can actually. So breaker does
Double damage? Yeah.
It is deals double damage against unattended objects such as doors and walls.
Okay.
Is it?
That with the
But-
parentheses, that means specifically
But
ones
yours
that are
is
made of
breaker.
wood
But
only.
yours is breaker wood.
Yeah. So anything that's wooden based.
Yeah. So yeah, you would
Okay.
have. Yeah, you could totally like break down the barricades, and you do double
Sure.
damage against the barricades if that's what you were trying to
Okay.
do.
Just curious. And then you said with buzzing, and then if I press the attack, I go up to a D6.
You go up to
correct?
a D6. You also have advantage currently.
Oh, so both. So I get a D6 and advantage?
Yes, you do.
Spicy.
What was the advantage?
He pressed the attack.
Pressing.
Oh, look at that! Taste the crittles.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Taste the painbow.
Ooh.
How do you want to do this one? You crit him.
This is an overhead into the top of the skull. You tell me how far the axe goes down into his body.
Crit split.
Yep, crit split. And boom.
Love it.
Crit split.
Just covered in blood. Heinrich kind of glances at Talia and gives her a thumbs up in like the classic, the kid at the computer where he looks at the camera and gives the head nod. It's one of those.
Perfect.
Boom.
Well, I wanna loot that body. Loot that body now.
And I would be cutting off some ears.
I was just gonna say Heinrich is chopping off some ears and some pinky toes.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna present them as orc cocks.
So, yeah, as far as inventory goes, they have just the 3 great axes among them. They don't seem to be carrying anything else other than you getting some orc ears. So obviously, orcish looking great axes. You wanted to bring them.
Yeah, I mean that's gotta be some silver for melting them down.
Oh, you can carry him. I'm not.
Oh, gladly.
That's fair.
Does it look like these barriers have been erected then recently, and if there's been like a lot of traffic through the crossroads here, orc specifically?
Roll me an investigation check.
And then Sean for the great axes, is it just standard great axe you want me to add to inventory?
Yeah, add 3 of those.
Okay.
if they was this a scouting party or just some guys we randomly came across?
Erica, what is the expertise on that one under?
So investigation and perception checks during the day from
Is-
Wildling.
Just okay. Investigation and perception. Okay.
I believe
Perfect.
so.
Does the dragon drop out of the D&D 5e items work?
It does, but you
Sure.
have to drag them to the right spot. The sheets are finicky. So Grisemi, with your investigation check,
Oh, there we go.
there is a lot of foot traffic. This is like one of the main crossroads, and you would know that the Solaris had set these barricades up to kind of cut down on how freely people can move in this particular
Okay.
region due to the orcs, but you're curious as to why there's no one here.
Okay, like there should have been maybe a guard set up here or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
To put that in perspective for your check, you rolled a 27.
Nice. Okay. Any signs of struggle, even though it's
No, there's no recent signs of struggle other than the battle that you just had. Like I said, you're not entirely sure, but we are gonna go ahead and call it here for tonight, as it is almost 10:30, and I know some people have to work early.
Alright.
Good session, guys. Let me go ahead and